Alright, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we'll bring you back-to-back update and information as the host. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, share, and also remember to on your notification button so that whenever our news drop, it will be the first we'll collect. And let's go down to the information of the day as the hot. I know you have watched that video coming from the Biafra Defense Forces Okigwe State, as it is said. The man is revealing a lot of things. And the man say, "Onya malas, onya megene, nyaswa no do, onya malaso, onya megene, nyaswa na ni." Makana, I want some preaching. I got father men at church or sigene, and they are going to and I wish. And they are going to go. Nonya went and go. Meanwhile, before I will come back to that particular information, I just came across some information concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that says that court rejects federal government evidence against Nnamdi Kanu over lack of legal representation. I told you people yesterday that the NIG government does not have case against Nnamdi Kanu. It's just that we are in a country where justice is not done. Where the woman of justice you used to know is no more the woman of justice. Today, the woman of justice in Nigeria can see. There is no ribbon covering her eyes again. But let me not bug you with all those talks. Let's go down to that particular information. A federal high court in Abuja has rejected the evidence sought to be tendered by the federal government in the ongoing trial of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. The federal government, through its third witness, an officer of the Department of State Service, has sought to tender video and documentary evidence, which are the alleged confessional statements made by the defendants. However, Kanu, through his counsel, Paul Erokoro, had objected to the admissibility of the evidence on the grounds that the statements were made under duress. The court on Wednesday had ordered a trial within a trial to ascertain the voluntariness or involuntariness of the statement. In his ruling on the trial within a trial on Thursday, James Omotosho, the presiding judge, stated that while Kanu failed to prove his statements were made involuntarily and the video evidence showed no sign of coercion, the court could not overlook his repeated complaints about being interrogated without legal representation. The judge held that the Supreme Court had ruled that in extraditing an extrajudicial statement from a suspect, the presence of his lawyer is mandatory. He said security agencies must comply with relevant laws which mandate the presence of a defendant lawyer, stressing that it is tied to the fundamental right of every Nigerian. The statements are inadmissible in light of this omission by the prosecution, Omotosho held. The objection of the defendant counsel is upheld. The statement of October 23, 2015 and November 2015 earlier admitted in evidence are rejected. After the ruling, the prosecution witness PW3 was called to continue with his evidence in chief. The witness, CCC, while being led in evidence by prosecuting lawyer Suraj Saida, identified a disc titled Interview with Sahara TV. The video stored a compact disc was admitted by the court in evidence and later played. In the video, Kanu was heard calling Nigeria a zoo, making allegations against some prominent Igbo figures and threatening to deal with them. Kanu accused Ike Nwachukwu, former Minister of Foreign Affairs, of killing Igbos. He accused Jim Nwobodo, former Anambra Governor, of betraying Alex Ekwueme, a fellow Igbo man. He equally accused Peter Obi, presidential candidate of Labour Party in the 2023 election, of killing some Igbos and their corpses dumped in a river. The IPOB leader also accused Rochas Okorocha, former governor of Imo State, of single-handedly Islamizing the state. Also in the video, Kanu was heard threatening violence if Biafra objective was not achieved. He said if Biafra was not granted, what happened in Somalia would be like a child's play compared to what would befall Nigeria, which he referred to as zoo. If they do not give us Biafra, there will be nothing living in the zoo. Nothing will survive there, he said in the video. I do not see Biafra happening peacefully. There is no freedom out of a peaceful process. Kanu said he welcomed the attack on Enugu State Government House, adding that he would support anything that could overthrow the existing corrupt establishment. While being cross-examined by Erokoro, the witness said he did not investigate the veracity of the allegation made by Kanu against the names prominent Igbo indigenes. He said his assignment was only to ascertain from Kanu if he actually granted the interview, which he said the defendant confirmed. He also denied knowing if Kanu backtracked from his statement in subsequent videos he made. The judge then adjourned the matter until June 13th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th for the continuation of the trial. The judge also issued an order barring Favor Kanu, the defendant's sister-in-law, from attending all future proceedings. The judge called out Favor and demanded to know whether she was the one responsible for the unlawful live coverage of the court and streaming the proceedings on social media, to which she admitted responsibility. Having been warned 3 times to desist from the act, Omotosho ordered her out of the court, adding that she must not be seen within the court premises unless she has a case in the court. Omotosho warned that henceforth he would be sending people to Kuje prison for contempt of court. All right, welcome back. This is what is currently happening as regards Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's trial. They left the case they are supposed to be handling, and they are bringing other interviews and the rest of them. If they brought this one with Sahara Reporters, what about the one Kanu had with Channels TV, where he said that he is not, if the woman was asking Kanu, what if this resort to violence? And Kanu said that he will not be involved in anything violence, that he will be waiting for a peaceful referendum. They are just picking the ones they felt that is favoring them. Even though sometimes Sahara Reporters, their report is usually somehow. Even recently, a lot of people has been, criticizing them in one or two things or the other. Meanwhile, but I don't think that with this, this does not even concern whatever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is answering in court, whether he called it a zoo or he called it whatever it is called. All right, back to what the Biafra Defense Force are saying. Amana unancha anuchalea maswanya n'Igbo maka na asị na akwụda n'ikili kedu ife a na-eme ejechọba anya bụ nnụnụ nwere gịnị nya bụ nnụnụ nwere ọnụ ogologo ka ọ bịa dolu ya nya bụ akwụ nwa asị na-ekene m unu. Remember that today is the Biafra Heroes Day. Everybody is observing the sit at home. On the next broadcast, I will be able to show you what is happening in and around, as we'll be gathering some video from our correspondents all over the southeast to be able to update you on how people are observing today's sit at home. Of course, you know how it be. I think if it were in a working country, a country that is working perfectly, today will be a general public holiday, because Ndi Igbo lost a lot of lives, a lot of prominent men, great men, that if they were to be alive today, they would have become something great and powerful. But because of that incident of 1967 to 1970, Ndi Igbo lost a lot of great people, great engineers from University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Nsukka produced a lot of great engineers. That was where the invention of the Ogbunigwe started. It was from engineers produced in the University of Nsukka, who came together and started, the work of Ogbunigwe. Started mixing chemicals, using their their knowledge of chemistry, their knowledge of physics, to be able to bring together what is known as Ogbonigwe. All right, this is where I'll be winding down the curtain. And if this is your first time of joining us on this wonderful channel, kindly go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you for listening. God bless you.